It's one of the most emotional and gut-wrenching moments Coronation Street has delivered in years. A storyline that shocked fans, reignited old rivalries, and exposed just how fragile even the strongest hearts can be. After months of pain, pressure, and silence, Asha Alahan reached a breaking point, and what happened next left viewers across the nation heartbroken. Last night's episode opened with a scene that nobody expected. Asha was found unconscious in Victoria Gardens, motionless, cold, and surrounded by the eerie quiet that only tragedy brings. For a moment, it looked like she was gone. The bright, kind, determined Asha, the one who'd fought through every obstacle life had thrown at her, seemed to have finally given up. Rushed to the hospital, Dev's world came crashing down. Doctors worked frantically to save his daughter, while his face said it all: shock, fear, and guilt twisting together in a single devastating expression. And when Asha finally opened her eyes, the truth came out. She admitted to taking drugs in a desperate attempt to end her life. Those few words shattered everything. The woman who'd spent years fighting for her identity, who had shown courage and resilience in the face of public humiliation, had reached a point of total despair. But in a small moment of light amid all that darkness, she told her father something that gave everyone hope. She was glad her plan didn't work. That one confession broke hearts across the nation, a reminder that even in the lowest moments, there's still a part of us that wants to hold on. For anyone who's been following Asha's story, this breakdown didn't come out of nowhere. It's been months of emotional build-up, the kind of slow, quiet suffering that eats away at someone until there's nothing left. Everything started when Asha became the victim of horrific racist abuse while working as a paramedic. The attack came from a member of the public named Naomi, someone who turned what should have been a normal workday into a nightmare that would haunt Asha for months to come. The abuse wasn't just a few cruel words. It was personal, vicious, and relentless, a direct attack on who she was. And despite Asha's professionalism, the incident left her shaken to her core. After that day, she couldn't face returning to work. The uniform that once made her proud now felt heavy, tainted by trauma. Every time she thought about stepping back into that world, the memories came flooding back: the looks, the insults, the helpless her own hands. During a public event, Bernie called out Naomi's racism for everyone to hear. It was bold, it was brave, and it was exactly what most people wished they could have done in her place. But that moment of truth came at a cost. Naomi fought back, threatening to sue Bernie for defamation. Instead of taking responsibility for her actions, she doubled down, turning herself into the victim, manipulating the situation, and forcing Asha to drop her official complaint out of fear it would make things worse. The whole ordeal left Asha trapped, powerless, and humiliated. She'd lost her career, her voice, and her confidence, while Naomi walked away without consequences. The weight of injustice hung over her like a shadow. Then came the silence. The kind of silence that hides behind fake smiles and half-hearted "I'm fine"s. Dev thought his daughter was coping. To him, she seemed steady, maybe a little distant, but still herself. He had no idea that behind closed doors, Asha was crumbling. And when the moment finally came, it was devastating. Alone in the gardens, overwhelmed and lost, she made that terrible decision. But fate, or perhaps something stronger, had other plans. She survived, and that survival is now setting the stage for one of the most emotionally charged storylines Coronation Street has tackled in years. In the upcoming scenes, set to air Friday, October 17th, Asha returns home from the hospital. She's physically recovering, but mentally, she's still in pieces. The walls of her home, once a place of safety, now feel like a cage. She's irritable, distant, and filled with guilt for what she's put her father through. When she snaps at Dev, it's a brief moment, but it says everything about her state of mind. She's not angry at him, she's angry at herself. Seconds later, she apologizes, trying to reassure him that she's fine. She insists she just needs some time alone. But when she finally curls up on the sofa, pulling a blanket over her head, it's painfully clear she's shutting out more than just the world, she's shutting out hope. Watching helplessly, Dev reaches his breaking point too. He turns to Bernie, desperate for advice, for comfort, for anything that might help him reach his daughter. That's when Bernie's fire reignites. The old feud that once tore her and Naomi apart comes roaring back to life. She tells Dev straight Naomi needs to be stopped before she drives someone else to the edge. It's classic Bernie, blunt, emotional, and ready to fight for what's right. But this time, it's personal. Deep down, she feels guilty, believing her confrontation with Naomi might have made things worse for Asha. And now, she's determined to make it right no matter what it takes. Behind the scenes, actor Jimmy Harkishan, who plays Dev, opened up about just how powerful this storyline has been to film. He explained that Dev never saw it coming, that Asha has always been the calm, steady force in his life. She's the one who grounds him, he said. She's always been so together, so centered. That's why this hits so hard, because it's the last thing he ever expected. And that's the heartbreaking truth of this story, that sometimes the strongest people are the ones suffering in silence. The ones who seem the most stable are often the ones holding back the biggest storms. Coronation Street has never shied away away from tough subjects, but this storyline cuts deeper because it feels real. It's not just a TV plot, it's a reflection of what so many people go through quietly, behind closed doors. The show's writers have handled the topic with sensitivity and depth, shining a light on mental health in a way that feels raw, human, and painfully honest. Fans have been quick to praise the actors for their performances, calling Asha's breakdown one of the most moving moments in recent Corrie history. Social media lit up after the episode went over. In fact, it's only just beginning. And when the dust finally settles, Coronation Street will never be the same again.